Hola Subomi, you're Nigerian? Where are your parents?
Are you ready?
Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Subomi Koiki here today. Today I am going to be sharing with you guys some of my experiences that I've had being Nigerian in the United States. If this is something that you're interested in, make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for coming. So happy to have you. If you're not new, welcome back. How are you? How are you guys feeling today? Actually, go ahead in the comment down below and let me know how you're feeling. Saturday morning, I'm here filming and the weather is actually really nice. So it's a beautiful day outside today. So I'm feeling great. I thrive off of the sun and the nice weather. So I'm doing amazing. Let me know how you guys are doing. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this video where I'll be sharing all of my experiences. Well, not all, but a lot of my experiences that I've had with you guys. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys about the experiences that I've had since I've been here. So if you guys don't know, you can go ahead and watch my get to know me video. I actually did share with you guys that I did move to the United States in 2016, yeah, in 2016, and I've been here for 4 years, going on 5 years. And the one thing that I experience a lot is when people do find out that I'm Nigerian. I mean, on the highest of the high skis, like, it's a big flex for me, okay? But they be like, where are you from? I'm Nigerian, you know, it's a flex, right? So when they do find out that I'm Nigerian, it's like they get so excited, like they're so amused, like, oh my gosh, you're from Nigeria? That's so cool. Like, that's so exciting. Like, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, it is, you know, like they just, it's like they get so much joy when they find out that I'm from Nigeria. And then when they do hear me speak, it's like, oh Lord Jesus. Like, a lot of times when I do tell people that I'm Nigerian, right? And then they hear me speak, it's like, oh, your accent is so pretty. Oh my God, and you speak so good English. Like, were you expecting for my English to be bad? Like, I'm confused. But like, yeah, they'd be like, oh my gosh, you speak so good English. And then the one that gets me the most is, so where did you learn how to speak English from? Did you speak English growing up? Like, in the first, so like before I moved here, right, I had heard about, you know, a lot of people being asked that question, like, oh my gosh, like, did you speak English growing up? How did you learn how to speak English? But I never thought I'd actually be asked. And it wasn't even long after I got here, and it was in my high school when this girl was like, so, like, how do you speak so good English? Did you learn how to speak English growing up? And I looked at her like, girl, what do you think was, like, German, Spanish, what? Like, yes, of course I did speak English growing up. So like that, like, got under my skin a little bit, just because I was like, okay, so were you expecting me not to be able to speak good English just because I said I was from Nigeria? Like, I don't get it. And then another thing that I did get, not even get under my skin, it was just like, whoa, like, I never believed I was actually gonna experience it. So before I moved here, like, I heard about how a lot of people, you know, they'll get asked if we lived in actual houses, or, you know, we did have wild animals, you know, roaming around. Like, we got lions and tigers and, I don't know, running around the house looking crazy. But when it actually happens to me, I was like, did she just ask me that? So it was, I just got here, like, literally just got here. I was in my high school and I was in this French class, right? And this girl, she was like, oh, so I heard you're from Nigeria, right? I heard you're from Nigeria. So how is it like there?
Do you guys live in actual houses? Like, is it like actual houses? Like here in the United States?
And I'm like, yes, it's a house. So like, you guys don't live in, and then she proceeds, right? That already got on my nerves. And, oh, I dropped my ring. Oh well, can't find it. But but then she proceeds to say, oh, so do you guys have like wild animals? Do you keep wild animals like in your house? When she was speaking, I didn't believe that she was actually asking me that, because I had heard, you know, that people would always get asked that, but I didn't think it was true. I was like, girl, what do you think? Like, do we could put a zoo in the house or what? Like, no, we do not have tigers and lions running around the house. Like, I was just like, bro, what? So that got underneath my skin a little bit. And then a lot of the times, you know, like a lot of the times they're not really educated about what happens outside of the United States. So like I was just, you know, patient with her a little bit. I was like, no, we do not have wild animals running around the house. We don't. Like another thing that you're gonna experience is if you are already living here or if you are planning on living here, like a lot of times they'll ask you like, so how is it like back home? And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, because I feel like a lot of times we always get asked, so how is it like back home? But I really wanted to talk about how it's actually like being here. Like always gotta ask, oh, and then, you know, they'll ask, so does it like snow down there? Or, you know, is it like sunny all the time down there? And so how do you like it when you moved here? Is it a lot different? Is it a huge cultural shock? But I'm like, you know, like there's not that much of a difference. Like there's definitely a cultural difference for sure. It's not that much of a difference. It's not a huge difference. You know what I mean? So it's just funny every time they ask. I mean, I guess sometimes they do actually want to know, but to me it's just like, no, there's not a huge difference. The second big thing is, it's not really big, but I experience it a lot with my pronunciations. So like certain things I will pronounce a totally different way versus the way an American will pronounce it, right? And like that was one time I had said gigantic. Now, if you're Nigerian, you live in Nigeria, you know that it's gigantic, right? It's gigantic, right? Right. And I moved here and I was saying something and then I said gigantic and everybody was like, what? I'm like, gigantic? You're like, gigantic. I don't know. It's a different pronunciation that they have, but it was really weird. And it's like, they just want to correct you to their own pronunciation. I'm like, no, you know, it's this way. I was just like, okay, forget it. But it's like, they have such a hard time if you don't say it their way. And it's like, why? As long as you understand what I'm saying, that's the main point. And another big thing, oh my gosh, this was, okay, this is so funny, right? So certain things that we say back home, like they say it in a totally different way here. Like not even pronunciation, but like it's just a totally different word here. So I first moved here and it was like a few days. It wasn't even like weeks or months or nothing. It was a few days after I got here. And then I was sweeping my broom, right? So, you know, in Nigeria, you have your broom and your packer, right? Okay, if you're Nigerian, you get it, a broom and packer. So I went ahead and swept my room and there was no packer, right? So I went upstairs and my cousin was up there and I go, oh yeah, like good morning, you know, sir, please, where's the packer? And then she looks at me like, the packer? I was like, yeah, the packer, and she just wasn't understanding, you guys. It was the most embarrassing. It wasn't even embarrassing. It was just like, oh my God, like, do I really have to go through the process of explaining? Like, I was like, oh my goodness. It was funny, actually. Like, now that I think about it, it was hilarious. So I was like, the packer? And she was like, what's the packer? And I was like, okay, well, I just got done sweeping my room. So like to put the dirt in. She was like, oh, a dustbin. I was like, oh my God, blood of Jesus, why? I was like, Subomi, Koiki. And she was like, oh, a dustbin. I was like, okay, dustbin. Well, may I please have, like, okay, just give it to me. Like, okay, I've done enough explanation. But it was so funny because here I am, you know, asking for a packer. And she's like, no, a dustbin. So yeah, that was so, like, if you experience a lot of that, like when you first move here and there's certain things that you don't know, it's said in a totally different way here. I mean, it's nothing bad, but it's just funny. Like in that moment, I was like, oh Jesus, it's not a dustbin. But yeah, it was very funny to me. And another thing that I wanted to touch on was my hair. So like they have a huge coffee culture here. Like a lot of them, they love drinking coffee. Like coffee is the way to go. Like wake up in the morning, drink coffee, right? And back home, like it's not, I don't know about like other people's households, but like for me, like, you know, on Saturday morning or whatever, you drink your Milo and your Bonvita or your Ovaltine, you know, that's the beverage, you know, not coffee. Like coffee wasn't just it. So when I moved here, you know, everybody's drinking coffee. I'm like, ooh, this coffee tastes good. So I'm about to get into it. So here I am, every single day I'll drink coffee. I don't know who sent me a message. I don't know, because where I came from, I used to drink coffee, no coffee at all. So I don't know what came inside of me that just said, Subomi Koiki, come and start drinking coffee. So I proceeded. I was drinking coffee every single day, morning, afternoon, night. Coffee. So then I went ahead and went to college, right? And then it got even worse. My first year of college, it got even worse. Every single day, like at least twice a day, I would have coffee, and I'm talking strong coffee every single day, until I almost died from this coffee that nobody sent me, you guys. Like, I would just be laying down in the middle of the night and my chest is like pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding, because I had drank so much coffee. So actually now I don't drink any anymore, because that taught me a lesson. Even if I do, I drink it like once a week, and I drink the decaf, because I cannot come and go and die. I cannot. It was so, if you're gonna move here, or you don't copy somebody's culture. Don't do it. If you're not the coffee one, don't do it. Just don't be like me. Because I tasted it. It was so good. And it will keep me up. I was like, ooh, I need this. Like, I haven't been staying up for 17 years without coffee. So don't be like me and don't kill yourself over nothing, and don't drink coffee. Drink some tea. That's what I do. I mean, that's what I've always done. I just don't know what possessed me. Drink some tea. Drink some Milo, some Bonvita, some Ovaltine, Lipton, you will be just fine. I promise you. Great. And then the last I guess segment that I'm gonna talk about, okay, this is the funniest, because so you have, like, when you move here, you have interactions with married kids, and then you have to interact with your own people, your own Niger people, right? And it's so funny. So when I first moved here, I was in high school and I worked at a grocery store. So I worked at a grocery store, and mind you, my name tag had Subomi, so that's already like attention, because everybody who comes through my checkout line, what do they call it again? I don't remember, but everybody who comes through my whatever, so I can check them out, even if they're not Nigerians, right? They'll be like, oh my gosh, how do you say your name? Subomi. It's so pretty. What nationality is that, right? You get all these crazy questions. But then when you come to the Nigerians, I want Nigeria gonna when they come through your line, so they come and then they're like, first of all, you get the ones that they've already spotted your name, from afar. They already know that you're Nigerian, and you can hear them arguing amongst themselves, and they go, I promise you guys, I'm not even kidding. I experienced this so many times, I got so tired. And they go, I'm a Nigerian, UK. Am I really sick? Kulesa Yoruba, Abamase Yoruba, be Igbo. Olashubomi Erini, Olashubomi the record, Olashubomi, I'm a Nigerian. This whole time I'm hearing you, I can understand you, and yes, I can speak, but I wouldn't even bother and stress myself to prove to you that I can speak, because why the heck are you talking about me? Like, why? Like, who cares if I can speak or not? Like, why are you talking about me? Like, and a lot of times they feel like you don't understand them. Like, I understand you, I can speak, but I don't know you from anywhere, so I'm not gonna prove to you that I can speak, because I can, right? So I just let that pass. And then the ones that they act as if, no, I know this girl, I know her. So a lot of times, I'm just there working, scanning, checking people out or whatever. And the next thing I hear is, Olashubomi, you're Nigerian? Where are your parents? Are they here in Columbus? And I'm confused. I'm like, it's like this man was there on my naming ceremonial. Like, he was there when they gave birth to me, when they named me Subomi Koiki, because I don't understand. Like, they're just with so much confidence. Are your parents here in Columbus? Like, because I guess like a lot of Africans here in Columbus, like, they all know each other, so a lot of them do know each other. So it's just like, I've not seen this name before, or are you new? Are your parents new? Type of thing. But it just blows me. I'm like, okay, all right. And I'm like, yeah, good morning, sir. Like, okay, yeah, Yeah, but it's the funniest. Like that right there, every single time it happens, like I'm always this close to bust out laughing because it's just so funny. Like why but a lot of times like they're actually really nice. They're like Subomi, so yeah, Nigerian, and like I conversate with them and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys, those were not all of my experiences but like those were like the top things that I really experienced when I moved here. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Wait a minute, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell below. Okay, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified every single time I do post a video related to this or any other content. And if there's any other type of videos you guys would like to see, make sure you go ahead and leave that down in the comment below, and I will be sure to make that video. Let me know down in the comment below if you've experienced any of this, or if you've experienced something other than this that I didn't talk about. Like I just want a good laugh, so let me know down in the comment below if you've experienced any of this or something else totally different. I don't know, but I just want to see what you guys have all experienced, or if you do plan on moving here. Hopefully this might help somebody, I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.